Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find all the real values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, there's a very simple way of solving this problem. We are going to start by getting rid of this fraction on the right hand side. And of course, to do that, we multiply both sides of this equation by 5. Now, when we do that, we have that 5 times the cube root of 5x minus 2 is equal to x cubed plus 2. Now, the next thing we are going to do is a substitution. Let us call the cube root of 5x minus 2 y. So we have that y is equal to the cube root of 5x minus 2. Now, you know that to get rid of this cube root, what we have to do is to raise both sides of this equation to power 3. When we do that, we have that y cubed is equal to 5x minus 2. Now, with this substitution, we can write this equation as 5 times y is equal to x cubed plus 2. And of course, we can make x cubed the subject of this equation. When we do that, we have that x cubed is equal to, we move 2 over to the left. We have 5y minus 2. Now you can see that we have a system of two simultaneous equations. The next thing we are going to do is to try to solve this system of equations to see what information we can get on x and y. Now to solve this system, let us start by subtracting the second equation from the first equation. On the left hand side, we have y cubed minus x cubed, and this is equal to 5x minus 5y minus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Now let us move these two terms over to the left hand side. When we do that, we have y cubed minus x cubed plus 5y minus 5x is equal to 0. Now notice that here we have the difference of two cubes and we can factorize this. We have y minus x multiplied by y squared plus x times y plus x squared. Now when you look at these two terms, you're also going to see a common factor, which is 5. So here we have plus 5 into 5y divided by 5 is y, and minus 5x divided by 5 is minus x, and everything is equal to 0. Now when you look at these two terms, you are also going to see a common factor, y minus x. So we have y minus x into, now when we divide this by y minus x, of course we are left with y squared plus xy plus x squared. And when we divide this by y minus x, we are left with plus 5, and this is equal to 0. And now that we have factorized the left hand side, it's very easy to see that either y minus x is equal to 0 or this expression is equal to 0. Now let us start with the second expression. We have y squared plus xy plus x squared plus 5 is equal to 0. Now let us rewrite this expression. What we are going to do is that we will complete the square for y. Now to do that, we divide the coefficient of y by 2, square it and add and subtract. Now what is the coefficient of y? It is x. So to complete the square, we have y squared plus xy plus x over 2 squared. Then minus x over 2 squared. Then we have plus x squared and plus 5, and everything is still equal to 0. Basically, what we did was we added and we subtracted the same quantity to the left-hand side of the equation. And of course, you know that when we do that, the equation remains unchanged. Now, when you look at this, you're going to see a perfect square. So we have y plus x over 2 squared. Notice that when you expand this expression, you have y squared, which is this. Then you have 2 times y times x over 2, which of course is xy. Then you have x over 2 squared, which is this. Then look at these three. We have minus x squared over 4. Of course, 2 squared is equal to 4. Then let us write this as 4x squared over 4. Of course, you know that 4x squared over 4 is equal to x squared. But now, in writing it in this way, these two have the same denominator. Then we have plus 5, and this is equal to 0. Now, from here, we have y plus x over 2 squared. Now, 4x squared minus x squared is going to give us 3x squared over 4. Then plus 5, and this is equal to 0. Now, from this equation, of course, you know that y plus x over 2 squared must be a positive quantity, because whether y or x is negative, once you square, the product must be positive. Now, the same thing happens here. Whether x is negative or positive, x squared must be positive. So this is also positive. Then we have plus 5. Now, this equation is telling us that the sum of 3 positive quantities is equal to 0. And of course, you know that this is impossible for real values of y and x. So that simply means that there are no real values of x or y that satisfy this equation. So this second expression is useless to us in finding the real values of x that satisfy the original equation. So ultimately, we only have that y minus x is equal to 0, and hence y is equal to x. And finally, now that we have shown that y is equal to x, we can now write this substitution equation as x cubed is equal to 5x minus 2. Now, to solve this cubic equation, let us start by moving these two terms over to the left-hand side. When we do that, we have x cubed minus 5x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, what we are going to do is that we will write 2 as 10 minus 8. Now, when we do that, we have x cubed minus 8 minus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. And of course, we can write this as x cubed minus 2 cubed minus 5x plus 10 is equal to 0. Once more, notice that we have the difference of 2 cubes. So we can factorize this 2. We have x minus 2 into x squared plus 2 times x plus 2 squared, which is 4. Then look at these two. We also have a common factor, which is 5. So from here we have minus 5 into minus 5x divided by minus 5, of course, is equal to x. And 10 divided by minus 5 is equal to minus 2, and this is equal to 0. And when you look at these two terms, you're also going to see a common factor, which is x minus 2. So we have x minus 2 into, when you divide this by x minus 2, we are left with x squared plus 2x plus 4. And when you divide this by x minus 2, we are left with minus 5, and this is equal to 0. And of course, once more, now that we have factorized the left-hand side, it's easy to see that either x minus 2 is equal to 0 or x squared plus 2x minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization, so let us complete the square. Of course, the first thing we are going to do is to move the constant term over to the right-hand side. When we do that, we have x squared plus 2x is equal to 1. Now, we divide the coefficient of x by 2, square and add to both sides of the equation. That is x squared plus 2x plus 2 over 2 is 1. This is 1 squared. This is equal to 1 plus 1 squared. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take 1x and we take 1, 1 and we square. And this is equal to 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. And to find the value of x, we take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 2. And of course, subtracting 1 from both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to minus 1 plus root 2, or x is equal to minus 1 minus root 2. And of course, going back to this equation, we have that x is equal to 2. So there are 3 values of x, real values that satisfy this equation. We have minus 1 plus root 2. We have minus 1 minus root 2. And we have x equal to 2. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for watching and see more videos here.